6-core Ryzen 5 1600X bypassed Core i5-7600K in the test CPU Z. According to the latest information, Ryzen processors for desktop platforms AMD AM4 will be presented on March 2nd and will lead the family of an 8-core CPU Ryzen 7 1800X with 16 MB cache third level and a frequency of 3.6 GHz to 4.0 GHz. Almost 30% cheaper, $389 versus $499, promises to be the second oldest model Ryzen 7 1700X 3 for a flashed 3.8 GHz, which we recently dedicated a separate note. Meanwhile, more experienced VSM pre-production QS of sample processor 14nm microarchitectures and be in the hands of enthusiasts. Thanks to the Chinese fans, a new leaked screenshots of CPU Z, which lists the characteristics of the qualification samples Ryzen 1600X5 and i5-1300. Specification of the sample marked 03301 BM6 if 4_37/33_Y. In advance, the parameters of the production model Ryzen 5 1600X. From explanations of the processor implies that it belongs to the category of pre-production samples, has 6 physical cores. The frequency formula is 3.3/3.7 GHz normal flash turbo and a TDP of 65 watts. In addition, from the screenshot of CPU Z, it follows that the test instance Ryzen contains 16 MB cache third level and supports simultaneous multithreading SMT processing the data in 12 threads. In the built-in test CPU Z VCRSION 1.78.1, 64 bits of the CPU scored 1888 points in single-threaded mode, 12,544 points in multi-threaded. For comparison, the resource CNTech were the results of CPU Core i5-7600K. One of the older processor family Kaby Lakes devoid of, however, support hyperthreading, scored 2130 points when loading 1 core and 8206 glossies when loading 4 cores. Time and half advantage, even in the synthetics, are a good reason to look at Ryzen 5 1600X. As Core i5-7600K, it allows overclocking and will cost almost the same $259 versus $242. Along the way, the source has published a screenshot of the Windows Device Manager and Task Manager PC pre-production sample processor Ryzen 5 1300. Marking chip form 03201 BM for JF4_34/32_Y indicates the presence of 4 nuclei and 2 MB cache second level and a MB cache third level. CPU frequency is 3.2 GHz in normal mode and 3.4 GHz in the turbo. The processor supports SMT and is characterized by the dissipation is 65 watts. The estimated cost Ryzen Serial 5 1300, $175 per unit. The approximate composition of the family Ryzen AM4 processors with the prefix Pro model refer to business class for corporate customers.